Welcome back, everybody. This is the second episode of the Banter Box with Sarah Quinn for another Quinn edition. Just a big sort of thank you to everybody for the past week. We didn't really think it was going to be that successful.
No, Connor.
1,000 subscribers today.
Thousands, yes. So, when was it made? The 30th of March?
The channel was made.
Hit 1,000 subscribers today. And are you going to do a shout out for the 1,000 subscriber?
1,000 subscriber. Who was it? Sinead?
Sinead O'Neill.
Well done, Sinead.
Well done.
You made it. You
made it.
You're 1,000 subscriber. I know you're down inside. But here, I was just like, we didn't really think it was going to be that.
I see, honestly, I thought, I know, so we'd be on TikTok and whatever, and I thought, obviously they were all down for it and, down to see it and all. But, I had people from, secondary school and primary school and all, message me and be like, oh, I loved it and all. And I was like, I didn't think it was going to... And then I was a wee bit cringing inside.
See, on the Saturday when I actually edited it, I was like, I am not even putting this up. I'm like, I can't even watch myself back. And then I was like, no, this is just it. So many people are waiting for it. So I figured it out, and then I just seen it, and I was like, oh my god. And then I never really knew what sort of was on on YouTube, what was sort of
high numbers and stuff.
Yeah, and then people were saying to me, this is amazing. And I was like, oh my god, it actually is. But yeah, it's just everybody else. So it's not just we obviously thought we had a TikTok audience that would have loved it, but the many people have wrote
about it.
That's
what I mean. It's people you wouldn't even think would have been watching it. And that's why I was kind of a wee bit at the start, oh my god, I didn't expect these people to be watching it. Yeah. But it's been all positive. Yeah,
no, not one negative comment.
No.
It's been actually unreal. So obviously then we just talk about general wholesome Belfast banter, taboo sort of subjects that people don't like to talk about but everybody can relate to, and we're learning a lot from last week. So this week we're going to try our hardest not to talk so fast for a start.
Me?
Say the word no, that's me. I talk so fast. Say the word and swear. So I got you something for today.
Right.
I got you a swear jar. Have you got pounds with you? Have you got any money? Have you got cash? You always have cash.
We're maybe going to have to start putting notes in it at this point, because you know what I'm like.
I got myself one as well.
Alright, you need one.
Right, so you just cursed.
Make me
and that was a big one. That's a 50 quid there. Get the pound.
We're starting off with pounds.
Well,
I made some
usually on nights out I just use my card, so I'm like, sir, have you had my PayPal? So you put my name for me as well, not PayPal yet.
Ach no, what do you mean? I suppose we'll know at the end. You haven't cursed yet, have you?
I have cash here. I made sure I had cash for it. I know, I'm trying my hardest not to fucking curse, but I'm gonna.
You just did.
I done that on purpose.
Oh right. Right,
there's a pound.
That's what you want to hear the whole way for you.
I know. Yeah, so...
That's the sound a pound coin makes when it goes in a jar.
I made them, no?
Did you?
Yeah, me, George, you like them?
It says swear jar, FS, and if anybody doesn't know what FS stands for, it stands for sake.
You can't, I'm only joking, you can't.
I can.
Gig.
Right, okay,
gig.
I'm going to try my best.
Gig.
I need a lot of change my
I actually didn't.
You done another one. I actually need £10 coins for my kids for the shop, so
you can take them as well here.
Right, so
yeah, so good. But yeah, it's actually been class though.
It has been very good,
and I'm loving the vibe. Obviously, I had a vibe. I wanted this to go on, and the much messages and I thought, right, it'll just be our audience of TikTok, and the much people who says they can relate to it. They're like,
that's what a lot of people said to me, and they were like, it's so relatable. The things you were saying, it's remember you were like, Mum, oh my god, Mummy's going to kill you, and I was like, but who didn't grow up in a house like that? Around where we live, everyone grew up in a house like that.
Disclaimer, by the way, everybody, that Mummy didn't send this the birthday parties. People sent that they are birthday parties.
Was that what she said?
The coins, because if I didn't have the money, I brought you to your granny, so you didn't know the party was going on.
I say to be fair, I don't remember us ever going to a party and says Mummy. I remember us slagging about that, but I don't remember us ever going to a birthday party and Mummy says,
Mummy, apologies.
Sorry, Deborah.
We know it wasn't you. But yeah, good crack. No, I think this one we'll keep it what people want. We're going to keep it very Belfast nostalgic banter.
Right, I have a lot of that, I think.
A lot of banter and stuff.
No, like Belfast.
Oh fuck, yours Belfast is get.
I heard that. Nah.
We should do the winner at the end, keeps all the money.
Oh, you're not going to hear another swear word out of my mouth because it's my bat week.
It's my bat week. Everybody's mad about week.
No, so they did.
It's my bat week.
No, like, you can't. Next week, this is my bat week. All the time. Even when you get paid monthly.
It's my bat life.
I know, I says my bat life. I mean, joking. No, but it's been very good.
Yeah.
Very positive, and yeah.
Yeah. So last week we had cocktails from Tipsy Wheel, which were great. So this week we're keeping it calm, just a wee bit of a wee AU 10 or 2. But we have a lovely tattoo.
Tattoo?
I'm just going to say tag it, that's what you call
Right,
this.
so.
A lovely tag it place. It's a company
company that embroiders and prints on stuff like logos and whatever, called Tag It. And what's the Instagram? Tag It 22?
Yeah, so tag it tag underscore it underscore 2022. So obviously write that in this because I can't even say it. But yeah, like look, they actually done this for us like in the space of like a day or two, and literally a day, wasn't it? It was yesterday or the day before. But yeah, they're unreal. They're class.
Yeah, she actually done. I got pajamas off her before for Laddie, so she does loads of stuff. No, like the way people get their kids' wee outfits embroidered. She got done Laddie pajamas with her name stitched on top. So give her a follow.
Give her a follow. That's it. So we just got a couple of wee tins from Boucher Road. What we thinking about Bacardi Breezer?
What do you mean?
Everybody's going apeshit for the Bacardi Breezer.
No, see, to be honest, I like when I'm on holiday, I love a wee Bacardi Breezer, but I'm not going over to Boucher Road to sit in Ardoyne in the piss and rain and pay $3.29 for a bottle. I am sorry, like people were buying cases. Do you know?
78 quid for a... See, to be honest, see Bacardi Breezer orange, it tastes like a bottle of smack.
I know, but I like the watermelon, I like the lemon and lime. But when I'm on holiday, like when I was away with the kids in Tenerife, obviously I don't really drink when I'm on holiday, but you like by the pool or at night time in the room to have like wee one or two. And yeah, then, because I'm sitting on a balcony or I'm lying in a hotel, but by fuck am I... Oh.
Get
by
the
fuck am
pounds
I
then.
sitting in Ardoyne and paying $3.29 for a wee bottle. Fucking cosy Livy and all that. Oh, right, okay. I don't have that many left. I'm going to have to start putting tenors in, son. Seriously,
I know, but do you not think that this is the social media sort of everybody wants to be the first to do something? So like something comes
every
in.
single person put up Instagram, like, and see, to be honest with you, if
it.
I'd have went and bought some, I'd have done it too.
100%.
Like, I'm not saying that I'm any different, but it's like everyone, it's like someone does something and everyone else has to follow, and
it's the crave that week.
It's just the way.
I do like them, but it's like any sort of alcohol that gives you heartburn after.
I know, you can only have a few.
No, so we're on the wee tins of AU.
We also got a couple more. We got like, what's that one you got? Syrah, or however you say it. Crack. Syrah.
Cracks.
Syrah.
Is there cracks in that?
You got any cracks in your feet?
You get the boats.
We're not bringing up that story.
We're not bringing up the boats. Yeah, so funny, isn't it?
Funny.
Tee. But yeah, so let's get into like a wee bit of crap, because we'll talk about... See, I'm learning. I'm not saying actual curse words. I'm saying crap.
Well, some people might say that as curse word. We weren't even allowed to say bitch when we were younger.
It's because you weren't. I know. Well, that's it. Well, see, to be honest though, see, like us, like we curse, I guess is a thing as well. It's so... We were brought up that it's like the tone you use it. So you could say words like... You could say something, so you could say shut up. But if you...
It's how you say it. But like, so like, that's what I'm saying. So we weren't even allowed to say bitch when we were younger. But I've always been a curser from like no age. Always have been. It's curse words. But I always have been. And I can remember my mummy got me a swear jar.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those, the tin ones you have to open. She got me one and she wouldn't have smoked at the time. And she got her a smoking jar.
Underneath the TV.
But it was the sorriest thing my mummy ever done, because this is what started me cursing in front of mummy. I curse in front of my mummy. I don't curse to her. Like, I wouldn't like curse in a bad way, but I would be like, and see kids, they're doing my head in. Or she, her, and blah blah blah. So she got me a swear jar anyway, but Arshuna was literally giving me pounds to go in, put them in, tell her to fuck up, thinking it would be funny. Now, that's not a thing. That's not a pound job, because I was just telling the story. No, because I was just telling the story. But she literally, and then that started me cursing in front of her, because she thought it was funny then, because the way we were doing it, and then that started all using cursing in front of her too.
I know.
Where I wouldn't have cursed in front of my daddy, because he didn't live in the house and he didn't get the banter, like.
It's like the word. I'm not even going to say it on this because loads of people do hate it, but like the C word.
See you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. But like it's we use it a lot differently. Like you can say like you funny can't, or you can say like, but like don't make it differently. It doesn't necessarily always mean like a bad word.
I think all words are like that. It depends how you use them. It depends on like what context you're using.
If you're aggressive when you're saying it, then of course you're taking
like
offensive.
If your eyebrows are going like that, I don't even know my eyebrows will do that because I have my Botox. But if your eyebrows are going like that when you say a bad word, like that's offensive.
I feel like you're trying to threaten me. Put that finger away. You pointing that finger
Make me bitch. But no, and it depends on what way you say it. But yeah, true. So I had a swear jar and it started me cursing more. So backfired on you, Deborah.
nobody buy their kids swear jars.
No, don't be doing it.
That's actually funny. So I'm trying to just think. Obviously, we'll talk about the TikTok stuff. So we're talking about most viral videos because people I have coming on soon who I'm looking for, we all sort of like know their videos and stuff. But your most viral video is
my most liked video,
or most engagement on your video, and it's nothing to do with business. It's nothing to do with anything. And I'm going to time you now. How quick can you get your hair in a bun?
Oh Jesus! I really get into that video.
We will be in
it. So it's that. What is it?
You can curse for this one.
Wait, but what way is it go?
She will be dead.
Or she will be in a fucking grave. That wee girl's head will be off. But it's the way I go at the end. Like, who was I getting up to be it? Could I do it now?
Yeah. If I move your mic.
Right, well, there's going to be a wee bit of a... right, so at the minute, I have whipped my weave out and I have clip-ins. So it might hurt me a wee bit, but I can try.
Sure, just try it.
You got a bobble?
Let's do it. I'm going to time you, right?
Right, wait.
How long am I saying it's going to take you?
I have here.
Now,
I actually shocked myself how quick I did it.
See, did you learn this anywhere? Like, did you go to school or anything to learn this?
No, the streets taught me this.
Did you do a wee course?
No, it was actually. Hold on. It was actually my mummy's fault because when I used to come in and be like such and such on this, oh Jesus, headbutts. My mum used to be like to me, right, hair in a bun, out, bait them. So this is where I think I learned it.
Right, hold on. Right,
this is going to be sore.
I'm going to count you in. It's not going to hurt me. I don't care. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I forgot to stop at 7 seconds. 7 seconds.
See, because these are clip-ins though, like see back in the day, like I'd really thin shitty hair, so I'd have had that up quicker, to be fair. I would have had that up quicker years ago.
Here, so another thing is how quick can you get your...
How quick what?
Can you get your 95s on?
Very fast. When someone's... starting them 95s are on and 0.2 because you can tie them really tight though. You have to think about gutties that aren't going to slip off your feet.
This leads into another question that I'm just thinking about. Are you a professional fighter? Or is she just fight for fun?
Street fighter.
At the gamers are doesn't actually fight.
I don't fight. I actually don't. I was say, do you know what? My mouth's that big. I don't really need to fight a lot. But if I do, I will.
This is back to Sarah's Scummy podcast.
I know. Can I say honestly? Like when I done that last one, I was like, Rachel was like to me, Sarah, I didn't realise you lived in a hostel. I said, did you not? I did. That's where my kids grew up. But I really outed myself.
From the bottom, now we're here.
In the ghetto.
Speaking of the ghetto, we were talking about this earlier on. We basically grew up in the ghetto.
We did. But it was normal. Hold on, 2 seconds.
So we were talking about a story. Like I didn't look at much of the questions because we have got questions for later on. But one of our friends asked in the chat. Sorry, the burp.
Hold on. We tenor harp. Every time I open it, I like a tin of juice, and it sounds like you're opening a tin of harp. Carlsberg or something.
So one of our mates asked in our chat, because I haven't looked at the questions yet. One of our mates says you should talk about your maddest party, like. And I actually did have it. I had a wee bit of a thought, and I was going to say talk about like our rock bottom party moment. and this made us, me and Sarah start talking that we basically did grow up in the ghetto. So this leads into my story though about I was in a relationship with somebody and they weren't from like North Belfast, they weren't from Belfast, lived outside it, and they were coming down to like our house, but somebody had been like 2 streets up, and they were like, "Well, we alright?" And I was like, "Why?" And we're like, "Because somebody's literally been shot 2 streets up." And I was like, "I'm not. They weren't on my street. They were like, it wasn't a random come on." I was like, "We literally live in the ghetto."
Where it's just normal.
It's just normal. Like that.
Normal to have bomb scars. It was exciting to have bomb scars because you got like if there was a bomb scar near your school, you couldn't go. I remember there was one in my street, and I had to ring our show. I had to go out, run out with my extensions in my hand, turn all wet because I had to be evacuated from my house. But it wasn't. It was just normal, and it was like I was more worried about my hair still being wet and having to run out with no extensions in.
And we live in a type of place. If somebody has been in the street above, everybody's out having a nosy. No one's hiding in their house. It's that
it's
normal.
Not something scary. It's something like nosy. But it reminds me. Well, it does remind me. We were talking about it earlier on the time that I was in a party, and there was like it was a good couple of us in the party anyway. And I don't really remember what happened first. I like heard like shouting going on, and me and my friend were standing in the kitchen. Nice work. I laugh at it now. It was traumatic at the time, like, but then still not that you were scared, even really scared after. So, and then the next minute I could hear like gunshots, and then everyone like scattered out the back garden and disappeared, and it was just me and my friend in the kitchen. And this fella came in with a balaclava. Now, honestly, see people that don't know me and don't know this story, you probably think I'm making this up, but I swear to I'm not. So this fella came in with a balaclava with the gun, and I mean, I shit myself. I was like, I got into the corner and I was like, "Mister, please don't I have a child in the house?" But he seen the back door was open, so he went out the back door, but like that, and me and my friend looked at each other like as if, is this actually fucking real? And then he came back in again and he went out, and I mean, see when you went into the room, so it was like a house type flat where no like down the stairs was one and up the stairs was one, but there was bullet holes in the ceiling. No, people were climbing out windows to get out of this house, and there's bullet holes on the ceiling. And then me and my friend kind of stayed there for a while. Everybody else disappeared.
Didn't even think of leaving.
No, there was a stayed there for an hour while anyway. And then same we left, we like walked out and round the way, and then the police and all came, and we went to the police and all and was like, what happened? Like we weren't just in the house where it happened. So anyway, everyone was going, "Oh my God, go for a claim. You'll get where there's blame, there's a claim." So anyway, I made an appointment with the doctors and made an appointment with the sisters and all. But then what ended up happening was I found I was pregnant after it. So now not from the party,
from the gun man.
I just clicked on it. It was only like a week later, and I found out I was pregnant. So I used that there for like a wee doctor's appointment for my pregnancy. But anyway, I think
sure, you used up the minutes. Fuck's sake.
I know. I think that was my craziest kind of like.
We forgot about the swear box.
Did I say a bad word? Oh, I think I did. I think that was my craziest like ghetto party type of story.
The Bronx,
like
grew up in the Bronx.
And then see when I tell people, they'd be like, "What?" Like, and then something, but it was still like it wasn't even a big deal. It was just like normal. Do you know what I mean?
We do live in that like sort of
pure balaclava. No, I'm pointing the gun. I was going, "Mr. Dog."
Obviously, it's scary and all, but when you think back now, you're like, Jesus.
At that point in time when the gun was in my face, it was scary. But after it was funny.
Well, not everybody can relate to that because I don't think I know anybody
not in
else.
My face, but you know, like he was so
stand
he was
there.
About where like where the wall is. That was the kitchen door, and then I was in the like the corner of the kitchen like that, and in the back door.
Oh,
was,
wait,
like, over.
Help! I'm a child in the house.
Like I have a child in the house. He really give a fuck.
I know.
Fuck's sake. But anyway, it must. Well, I don't think he was going to come in. Oh, did I say bad words? Cameraman's telling me I ought to quit.
Oh, look at her. I'm scared of what you're going to pull out of that purse. Sarah. There you go. So what age were you?
22 because I've like the week, it was like a week or 2 weeks after I found out I was pregnant with Laddie and was pregnant with her. 22.
Oh God, while you were 22. It's just like we come from the same house.
And this is when I was like, so living in a hostel. I must have just moved into the hostel not long. Living in a hostel in a party where gunmen come in and wanted my second child. Lovely
Well,
weekend. I was a lovely weekend.
I was doing 22. I think I was just starting uni, probably going to the wildest party I went to is somebody let a fire extinguisher off in the fucking hall or something.
It's not a competition, Connor. I win.
You've won?
I win.
Oh, I would have found.
Did you say that word?
Oh, I won.
Right, so
it's how much we don't know.
the cameraman and woman are keeping tallies because me and Connor curse that much we don't even realise when we do
Don't
it.
even realise.
But yeah, many pounds you on now.
I don't think it's working.
A wee bit because I would just 5.
We're cursing at the same time, because I
Right,
felt
okay,
so.
we're in sync cursing. So, yeah, that.
Excuse me.
Did you fart?
I burped.
Oh, right. I thought you farted.
No. So we're gonna like dive in a wee bit more into like childhood and what we sort of remember from childhood and what we used to get carry on like when we were in childhood. So you've always been a cheeky wee fuck.
£1.
I done that deliberately.
That was worth a pound, like. I always have been cheeky wee bitch, but Connor was the most annoying Jenny Ann. Like, oh my god, he was terrible. Like, I used to say to Connor, go do that and I'll give you maybe a wee born. And he used to run like Linford to do it so he could get maybe a wee born. And he was just the most annoying child ever. And I literally used to, but it used to aggravate me all day. And then I would squeal at him and run after him, and he used to lock himself in the bathroom and all to get away from me. And then at night time when he was sleeping, I used to feel so sorry for him. But he was a nuisance. A real nuisance.
That's alright. This is not bad. Like, you just couldn't be.
No, Connor, you were.
I was a proper Jenny Ann though. I was like, grew up in the house with my man and 2 sisters. I literally carried on the way sort of carries on now.
Connor used to be like, and I'll talk to the hands.
I know.
He was terrible.
I was.
And he was stuck to Mommy's hip.
I know, but then I was always really cautious of that growing up. Like, I was always like sort of like, I don't want to be like that.
But it was only for, I'd say.
I was even in primary school. No, I was sort of like,
But I'd say like near the end of primary school and secondary school, you were grand. It was the younger years when you didn't really go anywhere, but with Mummy and your sisters, so you used to get on like you were one of us.
I know.
But when you got to secondary school and all, you were grand.
Yeah, you had to be in Barney.
Oh, you'd have got the.
Tough a job.
See you next Tuesday. Be a clean out of you.
I know. No, yeah, like Barney was actually bonkers though. Like, when you think of it, I was actually talking about this the other day, like about like high mental, like it actually was, but not until you're out of it, you realise like our toilets used to be locked in Barney, right? There was one set of toilets, and they were open break and lunch, and there must have been over like 1,000 people in our school.
So do you just have to train your bladders to go at a certain time?
No, but you had to queue up to get into the toilet, and people were smoking and all. So like people, I never went to the toilet once, and I went to Barnet up the whole 7 years. And we used to have this part. Like, this is how mad this school was. There was somebody called the Phantom Shitter in our school, and literally took a shit in the G block radiator.
I can remember this. So they talk about that.
We had
because I was in secondary school while you were in secondary school. Like, there's 5 years between us, but it was. So obviously, I done first year to sixth year. So we would have still been in like school, and I can remember it being spoke about in our school about the person. Someone actually went down into the Chester and shit at the top of the stairs also.
It's not mad.
From
That's
your
like,
school.
That's like mental. But like, and then we had like there was like an art store, right? So the art store was like an old toilet, and there was like no water in the toilet because obviously it was like it just had all the cubicles still left of it, and somebody done it in there, and I was like would you not learn?
Well,
like,
do not just take the toilets.
But I'm only talking about this school now because it doesn't exist anymore. I mean, like, if I talk about this school, I think, but I think it was actually mad. But
I can remember in our toilets there used to be a wee teacher. I don't want to mention her name, like, but a wee teacher used to sit in it, and when you come into the toilet, she went in and smelled in it, see if it smelled like smoke. I says I can't wait till the day she walks in there and someone's had fucking chronic diarrhea, and she has to smell it because that's like you were literally opening the door and she was outside it coming in to sniff and see we're smoking it. We did smoke in them, like, but like the smoke travels.
I know. You had to go get
hard cake sticks to the cheek.
Shit one. But see, actually in school, like I hated school, right? I hated it like until I got to like sixth year, but never wanted to go in. Used to go in the beak all the time. Shona used to work in like a nursery, and I used to have the key to Shona's house, so I used to wait till she went to school, then went and hid in her house.
Work, you mean?
And then I started work, and then would like hid in there all day, and then I remember like fifth year hitting it, and then got the sixth year, and I was only ever good at art, so I was only good at art based subjects, only good at like well, there wasn't really much. It was moving images, which was video and art, and I
I'm not even
about
going
that.
to even images.
And my art teacher rang me one day off my mate's phone. So I answered it thinking it was Cass, and she was like, where are you? And I was like, I'm sick. I'm not coming in. She's like, get into school. And I was like, no. She's like, I know you and your sister's on the bike. And I was like, don't like it, miss. I don't like it. She's like, it's 2 years of your life. Literally, don't throw it away. You like, just come in and do your art and all blah, blah, blah. And then I went back and literally remember, that sticks in my brain though, because I still hated it then. And then I ended up going to do an art degree.
But that's the thing, though. Like, she could have just went.
Alright, we're going to fucking scrap back because I'm done with that.
Oh, are you?
Alright, we're just going to try not to.
Right. So she could have listened and been like, do you know what? Let him do what he wants. If he's not coming in, he's not coming in. It's his fault, especially when you're throw me fiver in. See your fiver?
I can't get it out, that's it.
And just been like, right, he can do what he wants. But she obviously seen something in you to be like, right, I'm actually going to take his friend's phone and ring him. And if she hadn't done that and she wasn't caring, you'd just be like, right, I'm not going to go back.
It wasn't like the type of teacher it was like the type of teacher that had authority and you were scared of, and like she could easily went to like somebody and says, oh, he's out in the big, but it didn't work. And that approach worked with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it was sort of the thing that like I didn't really. At that point, I was just like, right, I'll come in and see as well. Like everybody, like I don't know if this resonates with people, but the only reason why I stayed in sixth year was because my mummy was like, "You're not leaving. Do you get a full-time job? My money will stop." And I was like, "I hear it." And I was like, "I'm not going. I'm going." Like obviously forced me, but then obviously that teacher then tell me.
But then, sure, imagine what you would be doing now if you didn't.
Well, exactly. So then I went and done. That the degree in photography and didn't have any experience in photography. Only the experience in photography I had when I was doing A level, and you'll remember. So this is a story of I was doing a mentoring scheme with like Arts for All was in the Shore Road, but I was talking about like what I was like in school. I was a nervous wreck. So like you couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything with anybody, and
It's so bad.
I brought Sarah with me.
No. So Connor had to go tell this thing, like, because he was doing the moving images, he had to go to like a mentor thing. And because Connor was so odd and awkward, I had to go to Connor's haircuts with him, Connor's dentist appointments with him, because he just couldn't like communicate with people. Connor made me go to the fucking I'm cursing, I don't care, to the A level mentor.
It was the first person.
Part of the course, wasn't it?
I only done it to get extra points in my A level, like extra like marks. So it was like down the shore. So it was out of school, and because it was out of school, I was too nervous. And I was like, "Will you please come with me?" And she was like, "No, I'm not going." I was like, you can just come with me." You couldn't.
Well, Granny Jane dropped us off, didn't she?
So.
Went in. No one else. So obviously no one had brought people with him. It was the other people. And I'm sitting there. But they were doing like these wee icebreakers and being like, so my name's Connor.
And at that point I wanted to die.
I'm doing A level art and I'm sitting there going, I'm just here with my brother.
She had to do an icebreaker.
I had to do the icebreaker. I was like, my name's Sarah and I'm just here with him because he's an awkward bastard. I was going, I swear to God, I wanted to dig him right square in the back of the head.
I didn't think it was going to be that formal.
You've done this to me.
I know, I was so bad with stuff like that. Like,
and that's like, then Louise was then your mentor, wasn't she?
Louise Gallagher, yeah. She was my mentor. First bit of like photography I done. And then obviously I was in like A level, but then I didn't do any moving images, and then done moving images the next year.
And then that's another time you made an absolute see next Tuesday out of me. So Connor done moving images because Connor done so well in his A level art, but he failed the rest. That they were like, right, well, we want you to stay here and finish off the A level, so here you can do these. So moving images was one of them. Connor had to do a video, so Connor was like, can you be in this video for me? Like, I literally would have done anything for him.
Hello.
And I was pregnant with Lottie at the time. This was obviously
he was in the video as well.
Traumatic time in my life. So Connor like came up with this video because I was pregnant. Like that this girl thought she was pregnant, but she lost the baby and she went mental. Blah 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 blah.
Something wrong with me.
So there was something wrong with him anyway. So because he was obviously at school, and had to go to school and all. He was wanting to do it in the evenings, and then I was like tired and sore from being pregnant, and like would have been like, Connor, I can't be annoyed tonight, and was trying to work out. Like in between it, I got my nails done and all. He was like to me, "Sir, like you can't do that, like this is supposed to be on the one day." Abby was in it, like I was up in the bathroom with golden syrup and red food colouring in my mouth potato, and I was shaving my teeth and all. But anyway, Abby pushed me down the stairs, but Connor was like to me, "It won't go anywhere, it's just like obviously so
I didn't think it was going to go anywhere,
so I can get marks." But he made me saying all this stuff, and I'm just saying and not reading it. No, it did go somewhere. It was played in Queen's University in front of how many people? I can't even watch it.
They sent me down. They sent me down and was like, just to go to this event, and because there was nobody else out of my school, so I went down thinking like, because I done it with Little Flower, that's how much my school tried to keep me in. So they sent me down, and I went down, and see, when I just realised it was an awards show and everybody was showing their films, and they started showing the film, I was like, I want to die. And I went, sorry, I'm not walking up her. I was like,
no, you were with Shona. I didn't go watch it.
I was with Shona, and I was like, I'm not walking up her. She's like, you're going to have to. And I was like, oh, you got second place, and I was like, oh my god, I'm going to die.
No,
they were laughing and all.
You had me in the corner and all, like doing this as if I was going crazy.
They were laughing and all, because like, it was meant to be a horror film, and everybody was laughing. Like, it must have been your big Belfast acting. Like, will you go away? So like Abby was this person that was in my head, and I'm like so Abby no! Like that, and I'm like, no, will you go away? And Abby comes and pushes me down the stairs, like, and I can remember recording it. It was absolutely horrible. Like I really did do everything for you. But thank you, you got me into uni, because that's what I got into. But if I didn't get that A-star when I got
everybody
into uni,
thanked me. And then here still I am, 34 years of age, 29 years of age, and I'm still the guinea pig. Like, see how many photo shoots I went to with our Connor to help out, holding the camera, holding that big thing that the wind's blowing and you're getting blew away up the Cave Hill with that big thing, and the wind's blowing it, and I'm holding on for dear life, and I'm always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
You said that the last time you were going to do good to me.
Honestly, but I'm always the guinea pig.
Actually, look at you. You're
stinking.
You've made it. No, but that was funny. But then I only came out of my shell when I started doing photography, because I
can remember when you started doing Shoot Away.
Yep.
And you were like writing about it in the chat and all, and you were like, oh my god, I'm going to be all scuntered. And then I can remember you going doing a photo shoot, and you hadn't like been anxious about it, talking about it. And I was like, I'm proud of him. That's why I always feel sorry for you when you're working. Like, see, even still to this day, see when I see him working, I'd be like, I feel sorry for Connor when he's working. People are like, why? I'm like, I don't know. That's obviously why.
You sort of like get built up as like work persona, and like I think anybody who does has a business can sort of relate to that. Like, you go through your anxious sort of feeling, and then because you do it so many times, that's what I say to people when we're creating videos. I'm like, you'll get used to this. Like, was training Oisin up on social media, and I was like, look, your first couple of times you'll probably be like, oh no, you don't want to listen to the back. Like the same way us now, you literally said before we started this, watching that podcast back, you wouldn't have been able to listen to your voice. But now, because we all send voice notes, now because we all like be on lives and we put videos up, after a while you do really get used to it.
For years ago, one snippet and you're like, oh my god, my voice. It doesn't, obviously I still don't like it, especially because I was always slagged about my voice when I was younger.
Same, I was slagged about that, I talk like a girl.
I was always slagged fucking Frank Bruno, and like when sometimes when I rang a taxi,
what the fuck is Frank Bruno?
Frank Bruno.
Who?
You know who Frank Bruno is?
No.
He was like a boxer, like a boxer. No, he was really, really deep anyway. But
this is why I don't know. I was probably too busy playing with your baby borns.
Probably. But like I remember one time I was hungover, and she was like, well, I'm hungover, tired, mine goes really deeper, and they put down on the taxi Mr. Quinn. That's why I use Just A, because I can't be annoyed talking to them, because I'm like,
they're
going,
mate.
Baby, lock them doors and turn them lights. Shout out to Daniel McGinn, like.
You do like, hey, lock them.
Why is it spicy? I'm really good at that, aren't I?
I know what you're really good at.
She said she was 12. She said she was 12. I will not go into why I know so much about all those videos.
I'm going to go into it. So see, Sarah, everybody watches TV on the bed, and Sarah watches... Can I say it though?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. So like for the past 2 years, to go to sleep, I have to watch... Do you ever watch the Predator Catchers? like predator catchers and but they do them in England, they do them in Scotland, they do them like everywhere. Well, that's what I have to watch every night to go to
So
sleep.
you wake up in the middle of the night and you heard,
She said she was 12.
Yeah, like, and I swear, like, I can remember like being in Italy with Nick, Nadine, Michelle, no, me, Nadine, and Michelle were sharing a room, and I had to put my earphones and all in, and like people,
nobody catch me. She's carrying on like she's watching corn.
I know, like Davina,
Going to watch Dirty
when I
Film.
stayed in Davina's house, she was like, "Sir, but it actually that make me fall asleep. I don't know what it is."
I used to watch top fives on YouTube. He is
Yeah, that's what normal people do, but I watch
no,
Predators.
that's not normal because that time we went for my 25th. We went to like Derry, and it was like 24th. We went to Derry, and remember we all partied in the Monkey House or something it was called.
I wasn't sure it's Bailey's birthday. I can't always go away for your birthday.
So we were partying there, and I remember
Any
like
big birthdays.
we were all going to bed. We partied all weekend, and literally we were going to bed. But I had to listen to top five. But top five talks about like mysterious murders, like ghost stories. I think it was all. I woke up and was like, I thought there was somebody in this room talking to us.
I can remember a time
I
our
think I was
show, we were in Ibiza and we'd been like drinking right through, and it came to the like next morning, but we were going to Ocean Beach, and we were like, right, we need to get a sleep here because Ocean Beach is during the day and all, and like we need to try and get a sleep. And our Joe put on this meditation, was like to me, "Mate, sir, you need to listen to her, she'll get you to sleep." And I remember like a couple minutes in, and I went, "Joe, what is wrong with her? Fuck her up." She was going, "Go down, it's dark." And I sort of God, I was just like, this is making me worse. I was like, what is wrom with her? Get that off. Some of them aren't.
I know.
They really aren't.
Top five is meant to be, but it's always the weirdest things that get you to sleep though.
I used to see before I watched the that because that's what they are. Before I watched that,
You didn't watch Damons, you watched
no,
the Hunters.
I watched Simon's getting caught, but that's what way I say it, and people laugh, and I think maybe you need to start calling it predator catchers so people don't be like, "Ma, she says she's blah." I used to watch this couple in Florida that used to play the coin pushing machines.
You are fucking weirdo.
Swear, but Connorshea in Florida. Do you remember when we were in Carnlough and it was 2p machines and you used to be standing there about 10 minutes before you got 4p back? These have them built up in towers and they've got £50 or $50 notes in them and all that there. And I used to watch this, but you have to watch. Where see when I put Demons on, I just need to see what the predator looks like, and then I can put it under like beside my pillow, and then I can just close my eyes and just where do you need to watch?
Mad that gets you to sleep, isn't it?
It is. It is what gets you to sleep. And I know mine's is weird. Like I know when you talk about it, but it's not the main.
I know.
It's been 2 years solid. Love it.
Love it's still in.
What?
Starting a new series with the Predator Catchers.
I can remember Jordan saying to me in the gym, he was like, "There's no way you haven't watched it, Mum." I said, "Believe it or not, I haven't." Because every night I find a new one. That shows you how many of them there is out there. Watch your children. That's horrible.
That is horrible.
But anyway, maybe cut that one.
No, not gonna. So obviously talking about parties, and like I think as well that why I really related this so well was because everybody parties, right? But see, when you're in a party, so see, like I don't know, like us anyway. See, as soon as like like the lights opening, you're sort of like, oh my god, I'd say I'm doing something wrong, or like it's really bad. You feel like the guilt, but everybody does it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're be sociable, but does it? I can't do it as much. Like you can't do it. We can't do it like the way we used to. I have to have like a week off. I'll have a blowout once in a while, and that'll be me. But everybody still
used to be every weekend.
I know,
and
every weekend.
I can remember saying before, I was like, I literally work and live for the weekends. I went to work during the week in the bakery and to spend at the weekend, die all weekend, and then back to work on the Monday to do it all over again.
There's been times where like I'm like, right, I have to get all this work done, or I can't go on holiday. I have to get like this done because I know like when I come back, like it's knowing like your limit and knowing when you can and can't do it, and knowing when you enjoy it. Like see when I haven't really like had like a party. I think it was like last like August or something. Like in here, well, it was the first one in here, but it was sort of like. After it, I was like, oh my god, the whole week I was like, not like you're not hungover or anything, you're just tired. And I went, that was worth it. And I love that.
Do you ever see when it wasn't worth it?
I know, and I was like, I was
Where
class.
you
made core memories.
I really very rarely do it anymore. Like I go home as soon as the bar closes, I'm home. But when we were in Liverpool and we drunk like till like half 12, 1 the next day, and I suffered after, but I was like, that was worth it.
But see what I always think though, so like some of our mates would be like, oh, I remember I didn't really got fist fight and like got DJ, man. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you what anybody's set was like over the years. My favourite part
is
going back to the kitchens or going back to the hotel room and the banter and the slaggings, and you come up with the most funniest sayings, like sayings that you have for life. Like like Sarah Quinn, close the fucking balcony doors.
No, we were in a big fan. Kieran Train, and it was like he was in the next balcony and Shona was recording him. And remember, our balconies were like rounded, and the balcony door was open, and all you hear is, "Aye, Sarah, close that balcony door. I'll wrap that wristband around your fucking head." And we repeatedly still say it to this day.
For days, and you always do, but like it's like everybody sort of shies away from it as if you can't say it. It makes you out to be like unprofessional, or like it's just a taboo subject, but everybody does it. Your best memories are doing it, and like I'm not like promoting like doing it. Like when I was younger though, I was like a bit bonkers.
But I don't even think about it it's about the party, and it's about the memories that you get with it, because that's what I mean.
Memories,
like I love my partying days, but I have so many memories. Obviously you don't have kids, but I have so many memories with my kids, and there are things that I love too. I don't even think that like you should be like, oh, it's like the partying, but they are some of the best memories of your life.
You'll always remember though. You're not, if you do it all the time, you not remember every one, but when you do it every so often, you do. And I love
make it like a worthwhile one.
Yeah, and I really love that. Like there's times where I'm like, oh, I can't be annoyed and not doing it, but when I'm really ready for it, and like we all go out and we all drink, and it's good crack and the banter after. Sorry, I'm so burpy today. I don't know what it is.
See, for a second, can we stop?
Why?
Think about myself.
Yeah. Sorry, so we took a wee bit of a pause there because Sarah was going to wet my sofa.
Should all be appeal.
Saw me appeals mid-conversation. So
well, when you need to go, you need to go.
You need to go. But core memories, always build them with your mates. Younger years, partying, it's just it's taboo subject you don't want to talk about. Like, what's going on? It's that burger that we ordered. Leo asked me from Five Guys that I want a burger, and I says yeah. And then while I was trying to get the mic sorted, he was like, "Do you want anything on it?" And I just says no. But like I didn't realize it was going to come like with nothing on it.
It's got Jazz Gandhi's flip flop.
Yeah, so I haven't even had the burger. The burger's just sitting there. But yeah, like core memories. I love that. Like, see, when you're saying that's a core memory, like you always remember stuff. Like, we so many sayings, like the saying of our laddie looking in the reptile shop, going, "Look at that snake,"
and we still do it.
And then Sarah,
would you like one of those?
Sarah's telephone voice. Would you like one of those?
That was me showing off, opening in the reptile shop and feel sorry for. We live in a hostel. Can you give us a snake? No, we were at the hostel by then. Sure, she was 3 months when we moved to Ardoyne.
The Ardoyne, Villa Ardoyne. But yeah, like I have core memories. Like your first rave, like my first rave is like the chorus memory that I don't remember fuck all about. Do you know what I mean?
You remember
but
going?
You remember bits. Like I was so excited. I was only 16 when I went to my first rave. I organised the bus.
Sorry, but I don't know what Mummy was thinking.
I know. I organised the bus, but I was coming 17. But literally it was in September. I was a couple weeks later. I was coming 17, but I organised the bus to Plant Love. Did you ever like imagine me? How did I get into Plant Love? I looked about 4.
I know.
I looked like a wish version of Ruby Rose.
Up in the Clumville, I'd say PRA school.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Was Anya Mara not pregnant with a Fia?
Can't remember.
She was.
Probably.
She was, because she put on a teenage jumper over the bump.
Yeah. So literally was like this, like I looked like a younger child of Ruby Rose. Like I actually looked like a girl. And then we had the Plant Love, and it was back in the day when you used to bring like digital cameras out on a night out. So I'm going about my ma's digital cameras. Probably got off a catalogue.
The wee maroon one, with the silver maroon up.
Yeah, the silver maroon.
I know what you're talking about.
Brought that. There you go. Outliers again. That was the universe telling me I'm not that type of person.
You're going to be a photographer.
You're going to be a photographer. It's been written in the stars for years.
Written in the stars.
But literally went to Plant Love, full on orange
high vis.
Orange high vis. I was that small. I had to like rule them up. I think when we took the church rolling, because I couldn't get you can't get a kid's orange high vis bottoms. Yeah. I was wearing men's, and I didn't fit in them. But went to Plant Love.
You only started fitting in the men's. I know. Like last year, didn't you?
Literally. And it was mad down Shane's Castle. It was the last one, like the last proper one. Went down, was fucking out of it. Like when you're a kid, you go and fucking party and all that there. But I was just like, it was mental. But it was like the definition of like the most realistic version I can say of the hangover. So I woke up the next day and tried to piece my night together with the
digital camera.
The digital camera. So I went to Plant Love, had the high vis on, then didn't have the vest on, then had the t-shirt on, then had no t-shirt on with the vest, sir. running about that, Lisa Licious and all
With your
saying
wee skinny arms.
Lisa Licious and all saying that, and then it was like there was these photos and I was like, who are them people? And then I remember literally there's a photo, I don't even know what's going on, who owns the purple jumper in the back of it says I heart pink diamonds, I'm on somebody's shoulder. I was like, it's just like a hangover. It's
That was like a time that we went on holiday, and I'll not mention any names. We went to Croatia and someone got a flag that said Croatia 2017 2 for 50.
Aye.
Remember it?
I was mad. I think I'm starting reasons. It was actually mad. But it's actually that's a core memory like that I loved, and I remember the excitement of being like I think we were drinking a mummy's just before.
You were, because we were in mummy's
and I
house.
was going to faint. No, I was all excited. I was like, you need to eat bread, Connor. You need to line your stomach. And I was going, get me on the bus.
You and Grace you had the orange and she had the yellow.
Yeah.
And it was a Planet Love, like caps.
We went and got them eating all down the taxi place.
Sure, people used to wear in big furry boots and all. Planet Love. I never went to Planet Love. I was never a partier and all them.
But then there's loads of people.
Just remember when my Legally Blonde, I was too sophisticated for Planet Love. Do you know what I mean? I didn't party until after Billy was born.
Yeah. But then that's another thing. Like, so I got that all in my system. That's when I didn't really go going to school and all, and then I just got stuck into school. Like I think there was a fine line between me going down the road of being like an absolute rocket. Like, because I actually remember a time we were in a party and like you didn't live with mummies, and I asked mummy, could I have my school money for a taxi on a Sunday? So like on a Sunday, can I have my school money? She gave you like £4. Got the taxi down. She said, can I have a taxi money? I went to give it to the taxi, and then went away like. Did like an hour party like somewhere and drank the next day and then go to school. She's like, you'll be in school on Tuesday, you'll be in school. Like, I mean, there was a fine line between me like actually
going down the wrong path,
path.
You gotta end it up like and like partying like literally your life away. But like I know we partied our whole lives, but we all still went.
We done
uni and you still get up every day. Like even when I when I wasn't working, I still got up every day and looked after my kids, and then when I was working, I would get up and went to work, and you all went to uni and all that there. But there's a fine line between letting it take over your life where it comes in between looking after your kids, and it's so easily done. It comes in between your job where you can end up
where we always sort of
anywhere.
We all sort of done it like
we're respectable scumbags. I always used to say
professional scumbags.
Yes, that's. I was like. When we used to be like partying and like used to be fucking like my kitchen seen the worst of us all. But I used to be like, but at least we still get up and we'll go to work and like we were professionals, like professional and respectable scumbags. Yeah,
like I think as well, like our like mummy's generation, it wasn't like that. Like I think mummy ended up saying to me like when I grew up and all, like and obviously talked about like I had like conversations with her, which is really good. Like when we can talk to mummy, which is good. And mummy's like, do you think I didn't know? Mummy's like, but I didn't want, like, it was the type of thing I knew you were all with each other. I knew you were safe. She was like, we used to go to the art college, but not like as in like the uni. They went to the raves. She was like, but like you always stay with each other. You don't bring any trouble to the door.
Never.
You're not disrespectful. You just go up and go to work.
Never get into fights.
Never get into fights. There was never any trouble. It was just went on.
We used to go out, enjoy the night, enjoy ourselves, and then get on with our
never
life.
Came into the house disrespect, but they never came in like drunk or like really fucked on me. And like she's like, you sort of not like respectable, but like. She's not going to bring it up when she's like.
And then we also like. I know she wasn't stupid, but we never made it known to her. Like she would have never seen us. She probably would have seen us at a family party with a couple of drinks in us, but she never would have seen us like really drunk or anything like that. Like I can remember when I used to go to Jamaica when I was younger. Mummy was like, you never like, because Mummy used to let me go when I was like 17 and all. And she's like, you never come in here like drunk. I could tell you had a few drinks in you, but you never come in and rough the arse out of it.
Disrespectful as well. But like that's the sort of thing. Like in a way, like don't think she would have said it or let on when we were younger and doing it. But it was like when you grew up, she's like I'm not stupid. Yeah. But like it's sort of like that thing. Like strict parents create sneaky kids.
Yes. Do you know where I heard that from? The Furies. Did you watch their documentary?
I remember my art teacher saying that before.
And like she said that, and I went, do you know what? Like it is so true. Yeah. Because like when I was younger, see people who their mummies and daddies were really strict, and I'm not saying we didn't get away with a lot of things, right? But and they were really strict. They rebelled, and that's the same way. Like see, like the way I parent my kids, like I don't let them away with nothing, and like But I also give them a wee bit of leeway where like I'll be like, right, mum, maybe okay, like you can do this, because I don't then want them to go and be like, well, I'm just going to do it.
I also think like the fact that like mum always says, I didn't let you organise that bus to plant love, and I was like, you did. I went, you and Granny drove me over, but in a way you can see. Sorry, I'm gonna burp again. Sorry, but in a way,
Gracias.
I know, gracias.
Gracias.
But in a way, you can sort of see what she means. She knew exactly who I was going there with. She knew like there was all my friends. She knew everything was fine. Everyone was drinking like there before. It was sort of a way to like not keep count, and like she wasn't. It wasn't like she was
But she probably sat in the house home like worried
sick. But she knew like everybody I was going with, and everybody was my friends, and it was sort of like that. And in a way, you can understand that rather than going somebody sneaking off and you don't know who they're with, you don't know who to bring.
You know nothing.
You know nothing, and that's probably why she gave me a digital camera. She's probably like, I can look at them for tomorrow.
I'll look at them.
At SD card.
He'll be at drunk and not even delete them.
And like that was sort of it. It was always like I knew my limit, and then she also knew that we weren't like going to stuff that we weren't given permission to go to.
She didn't know where we were.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I do think that is a big thing though, and a big thing of like how we all are as a family and stuff like that, and like how we all get on,
and how much we respect her as well, because she gave us our wee bit of freedom, and then we respected her for it.
But see as well, though, this is another thing I wanted to say, but see, because it's social media nowadays, like see if your mummy done that and somebody disagreed with it would only be the talk of your street or who your mummy's talking to. People jump on and they have a status, or people comment underneath your video on TikTok, like you can't even like have a nursery rhyme nowadays, or somebody's writing underneath it like,
you're offending fucking Jesus.
Yeah, or like Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. You're laughing at somebody that fell at work. Do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't like it's
and seriously injured their friend.
It just became a thing where like people are so like it's corns, snowflakes. It's everywhere.
To be honest, like I know I haven't lived like the perfect life, but I haven't turned out too bad.
Times have changed. Like obviously the whole fact that like there's like a sort of leeway where like people can be really strict, and like obviously like some strict parents, and there's
because some people just be like, no, like they don't really live in the realistic world and be like, I don't want that for my child, I want the best for my child, and we all want the best for our kids, but you need to understand as well that our kids, and they are influenced by what other people do, especially with social media, and they're going to be like, but that's all I get out of be like, but my friends don't like to do it, and I used to be like, tell me your friends mommy doesn't care. I was like, but that's, he always does that, like my friends do it, and then you're like, but they are all doing it.
I know.
Like, I mean, to a certain extent. Like, I'm not going to let them go out drinking, and I'm not going to let them smoke, and I'm not going to let them...
No, but you have a bit of leeway for it, like, you know what I mean?
But like, wee things, like, I can remember, like, even getting into the town for the first time, and I was like, you're not going into the town, but all my friends are going in, and I was like, I'm going to have to let him go in.
But like, and then, when we were sort of younger, when we would be like, I don't care what your friends are doing. It was only what she felt comfortable with, but we're...
That's what I always say to him. My friend, I'm like, your friends, mummies don't care. I don't care.
But you do get into like it's everybody's trying to find a happy medium in between like being like better than the generation over before, but like, you can't shout at your kids, you can't do this, you can't do that with your kids. But then does it really benefit them in the long run?
I know.
Does it really benefit your kids in the long run?
But
I don't have kids, so I can't say, but I'm like, is it like...
But you've been a kid and you know what worked for you.
I'm glad that I had as strict as I had. I'm glad like what we're saying this like,
that you had the structure, but you also have freedom.
Yeah, I'm glad like my teachers were strict. I'm glad my teacher was that scary that made me come back into school. I'm glad like my mummy made me go to school because and even though I hated it because her money was going to stop, because I'm glad I had that person shouting at me that I was just scared of. Where some kids, and I don't fear anybody.
No, they don't.
The way I hear some kids, I wanted to be a teacher before because of what she said, and I remember going in when I was in uni and doing a couple of days a week, like one day a week for like the first 2 years, and then when I got the second year and I realised you're just trying to like babysit somebody's kids and like get them grades, but like also them saying I'm not want to do it. Man, it's the same shit that different year. I was like, it's because also kids now like
because then you start
you
start gaining the kids' respect, and then there and you have to take another group of kids,
yes.
and then you have to work all year to do it again.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So no, I was just like, no, that's a no for me. I know, but I'm glad the way we grew up. I think we grew up in like the Goldilocks period. Like it was like not so much like very strict and not so much
Not
like,
so much social media as well.
and not so much
Social media only started coming into it, and so we had that like near the end, but it wasn't like.
I remember.
I would hate this generation. Like, say even like I always like say to Leo and like people I know his age, I would hate to be in this generation, and I'd hate to be hers
I
more.
know.
And then I dread what way my kids is going to be.
I know. I remember when we were younger and you were saying about social media, and I never went out, and then I started going out, and people would be like, "Oh, drink's a curse." But see, if I didn't start drinking with my friends when I was like underage, like a kid. Like 14, I think I started drinking for 14, 15, but every one of my mates did, and I was so nervous to go out, and it actually gave me confidence to go out.
To go out, yeah.
To go out and talk to people. Where I want to talk to them, I was constantly online on people. The wee yell, the pink online.
Waiting for will somebody talk to me?
Yeah,
It's like my Billy at the window. Would somebody play with me? Connor used to sit in Bebo and be like, "Somebody talk to me."
Somebody said to me,
Connor used to let on, no, like we're like maybe type A, B, and hopefully that someone would see his tape and be like, "What's a crack?"
No, somebody said to me, "It's good. Yours always online and be well. My computer's never off." Because I was literally, I didn't go out, but when I started to go out, I was so anxious. I always thought I was going to get beat up or something like this. I started getting a bit more confidence. I became a bit more social, like, and that's how I started like getting mates. And not that I'm saying like, not that like that's how people should do it, but that worked for me. Because if I had been the type of person, I wouldn't have had the confidence to go
go out. You'd still be in that fucking room.
I know. I wasn't here. It wasn't even a room. It was a computer desk in the living room, 4 chairs behind it, because we always sit behind and watch each other play the computer. Remember in the mummy's kitchen you had?
Oh, you said the living room. It was like we worked in the living room, the kitchen at the window.
Yeah.
Yes, I can remember that.
You had 4
Was
chairs.
that not on the PC that I bought in my claim?
No, sir, it was Windows XP we had then.
Oh, right,
you
no,
bought,
so
like,
it was.
I think you were Windows Original or something, whatever you call that.
It was only in big fat backs.
Fat backs.
myself.
It falls on top of you. Alright, flat back you are.
No, I mean my back. I don't mean my bum. I've got tips. Moment on my left's lifetime on the fucking. What did I say? Moment on the left's lifetime on the hips.
Take a C off chips. What do you get?
Fat
cunt.
That's another thing we say all the
Take a C off cat. What do you get? That's a fat cunt.
Take a C off cats. And you says ats.
You're right. Dyslexic.
Dyslexic code.
Right.
Your knees are flaring up, Connor.
Your knees are going to be flaring up. I kick them off.
You're mad at
Here, you're drinking dead fingers. You're going to have a dead face. I mean,
That's right. What is this? It's called Dead Man's Fingers. My favourite. Passion fruit rum lemonade.
She's going to be fruit.
What's your favourite fruit, Connor Quinn?
Right, so I was a good conversation.
Nobody'd be taking offence because he is actually a fruit.
I know. Just in case people think that.
People be like, oh my God,
not that people think everybody would know, but just in case somebody doesn't know.
This is our TikTok.
This is the Humpty Dumpty story coming out again. We're not. This is. Oh, I don't even know.
Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Yeah. So here, just to let you know, great conversation with you. You can go home now. And we're we got questions.
I was just gonna say, because Irish got play I use in the fridge that haven't been drunk and I'm going nowhere.
Right. So. Sláinte. So just to let you know, we have a lot of questions this week, which I didn't think we were going to have. I had to ask Abby and Leo, like, because I've tried not to look at them, but Jesus, there's more now. Like, this is the much.
Let me see.
If I show, like, I'm not gonna read these all out, by the way.
I know you pick some. You couldn't answer all them. But like, Connor, I've just looked at the laptop. We're recorded for an hour already.
Why'd you say it? Not sir. Stop talking about that. So this is how many we've got already. No, we can't go through them all, obviously. So, I think you know this.
Hit me with it.
I think Danipo X. I don't know if it's Nadine. As you went to school, didn't you?
Yes.
Nadine says your favourite memory from school, good and bad.
Good. I had a load of good times in school, and I'm sure everybody did. Bad. I don't know. There's loads of bad ones because I used to get suspended all the time, like all the time, and report all the time. I
was suspended like. See, second year I was suspended a lot. Mum used to be like to me, now you fucking tell me the truth, because see if I go up here and embarrass myself, you're dead. And then like Mummy would have had your back if you like you were suspended. They watched our Leo grow up in the school. Every time we come up, we look at the size of him now, because Mummy was always up with our car sheet. Her granny used to give her a lift up, and she used to bring him. No, she did not. With your table,
my table for doing nails. No, I can't even think. Like, see, yes, this is why I need to maybe see the questions so I can think about my answers, because see, last week when I went home I could think more about the
I know.
answers. See?
I think it's. Do you remember the video we made with Martin and Gemma in 2014? Do you remember they were in one of my moving images?
Oh my god, I can remember it.
Aunt and uncle and all that. But
Down in the school.
down in the school, not here, but I had some access and stuff. Like I got loads of them, but that was another thing. Like, isn't that mad? Like, I never thought about doing photography or videography. Sorry, and even when I done a photography degree, I was Connor Quinn photography for years.
And then you had to change the productions.
And then just change the productions because I started doing video again. But realistically, I started out doing video first.
And it all started from art.
I'll start from you getting pushed down the stairs by Abby. You're pregnant.
Seriously.
Is she picking hay in those dungarees?
Who says that?
Michael McVeigh.
Who's that?
It says Michael McVeigh.
Michael, maybe you should mind your own business.
Jesus. What is the most trouble you've been in? I'll let you lead away, but I haven't really been in much trouble.
Trouble. I've been in a lot of trouble in my younger years, to be fair, but I would say probably the worst one was maybe when I got arrested. And that sounds bad when I say that, but it wasn't that bad. I was about 15. Yeah, probably about 15. And me and my friend, I'll keep people anonymous because some of you might want people to know the business.
Some people are going to have a voice changer now. My name's Sarah and I got arrested. And,
so me and my friend were in town and we were wearing boots, and I was actually too shady to steal, to be fair, and she was stealing. But I was handing her the stuff that I wanted because I was too shady to put it in my own bag.
So you had somebody working for you?
Yeah, so I had a worker. So I could see this man pretending to lift stuff off the shelf and looking at us, and I was like, he's watching us. She was like, no, he's not, blah, blah, blah. So we go to leave the shop, comes behind us, grabs us both by the shoulders, brings us to this side room. Pure, I'm not even joking, I felt like I pissed myself. I shit myself that much that I felt I was piss running down my legs. So brought us in this wee room, what's your details, what's your mummy, like, so they rung the place obviously, what's your, like, your mummy's, what's your address, blah, blah, blah. So I give them mummy's and they rung my mummy. I'm going to have to say the wee girl's name, to be fair. So my mummy knew I was in town with this person, so she went over to her mummy and was like, did you get a phone call about your mirror, right? So she was like, did you get a phone call about your mirror? And her mummy's like, no. And she was like, but sure, I'll drop you down. Mummy didn't drive, she did. So they come to the police station, I think it was like Tennant Street, no, what do you call the one in the town, Musgrave, yeah, just over the street. So they went down there and they came in, and Ailish led on, she was my auntie, just so she could come in. So we had us in this wee holding cell, me and Anya Maris taking selfies and all in it. We thought this was a guy.
Were you taking selfies on a lock you?
Connor, it was like what?
An LG cookie or something?
It was about 19 years ago. You still have phones?
Oh, but you weren't taking selfies. It wasn't like that type of selfie. She was like holding the
Yeah,
phone.
like that. It was probably, do you know what it probably was? Mummy's digital camera. So me and her in the holding cell anyway, so they're out filling in details, and Mummy says that she was sitting there and she was filling in, the police woman was filling in the stuff, and she looked and she seen Anya Mary's name and went to Ailish, they're writing Anya Mary's name, and next minute, and anybody that knows Ailish, right, we grew up with her, she was like our second mummy, anyone that knows her, heart of gold, but her fucking mouth was the scariest thing ever, and all we heard was Anya Mary, and I just went like that, looked at her and she went, oh shit. So they called
selfie stuck away. Phone in the pocket.
Phone in the pocket. So they called me out first to like go and do like you had to do your fingerprints and all. It was really quite serious. And so then on your mark out, she was like, don't you look at me, don't you fucking smell, don't do nothing. And I was going, oh my god,
you're more scared of her being
I
there
was
than
more, so I walked out and was like, the mummy, no, like that, didn't want to look at Ailish. Like, it was just like, you know, like she was the most like loving person ever, but see when she used to shout, it used to put the fear going into me.
Know.
And see when like even when my Bailey was younger, because he grew up in their house as well, like she was the only person, because you know what he was like, he was a wee shit, she was the only person that could get him to do something. But do you know what way she used to talk to him? So we used to get, she used to be like, "Ach, Billy, come here, son." And I was like, "You didn't talk to us like that when we were younger."
No, how much she was actually class. No, she used to do. Look, so me and Aoife, her best mates growing up, and her and Anya Mara best mates growing up, but they also like fluent in Irish in their house. So we used to go over it, and obviously we're not fluent in Irish, but you knew you were getting fucked out, and she started going, "Aoife, come here," and they started talking to her in Irish. She's like, "Mummy says you have to leave."
she got no, but she didn't even do it to me. She just used to be like, "Sarah, go you on over home," and I was
It starts speaking in Irish, and Gil, and then we're like sitting there, and then like, "Right, you used to go now. Mummy says you have to leave."
Listen, I would rather they told me their mummy. They've said I had to leave.
I'm like, I'll save you the embarrassment this time and know to leave.
Like I basically lived in their house growing up. Like Dominic used to say to me, "Tell you when we sent in her family allowance," and I just used to laugh. I didn't know what family allowance was. I was like,
"You're so funny,
you're so funny." And I was like, "Mum, but then Mummy didn't explain to me. Obviously, I was being used to go up like, "Dominic says send in your family allowance." And then she used to laugh too, and I was like,
Jokes on me."
That's now not even called family allowance anymore. But I was like, but I lived in their house. Bailey grew up in their house. Like,
oh, so funny.
but that was like one of my.
That. So see when Sarah got arrested, it was on a tape, not like a CD, a tape. And then when we used to do the embarrassment, this is how like when we was like a bit more like us. So to get her
even though
back,
it was a bad thing, Mummy was fuming that what happened. She made a joke out of it when she came home.
We had this big hi-fi, like, sweet. So when we used to have this big massive hi-fi, like it was fucking huge, and like no like a hi-fi, you had one big unit of it, and it had the 3 CDs mixed around, but 2 massive speakers.
The one was on one side of the living room, one was the other.
When we put her tape in it and started listening back, she had
I
listened
came
to
down the
herself back.
stairs. Her and Shona were sitting down the stairs listening to my interview after being arrested for stealing that I didn't actually steal.
What was her punishment?
That.
We had a street party and all, she had the windows home.
And I can remember hearing it upstairs, them interviewing me and me answering the questions, and me running downstairs and being like, "It's not funny." Do you know how Mum, like, I know obviously like she was raging at me, but see when they had to actually take my photos now from front and back or side, and Mummy was like, "That's a lovely photo, how can I have that?"
Or something wrong, Mummy.
I swear, and I was starting. And I think it was like a Mackenzie jumper. Mackenzie was actually cool then, right? A Mackenzie jumper.
Whoa.
Totally radical.
Later.
But so it was like a baby blue, and it had like navy trimming on it. Was it Burger USA? But I know what I done, Connor. I had my hair in a say ponytail. But you remember them like bits like this, and I used to have poker straight like that. I tell you why I have no hair this day. That, and I had this bobble
Remember
thing.
you used to iron your hair and all?
I've scarred my arm for it.
Instead of straightening her, the knob straighteners, she used to iron.
What do you mean
her
instead of straightening it? There was no such thing as straighteners.
You
I'm
used to put their
34.
hair on the iron board and straighten it.
No, well,
thing?
you used to either lie on the ground, right, with the towel down if someone was doing it for you, or if you had no one to do it for you, you used to get like, hold on, I don't want to spill that. You used to get a towel on your hand and iron and put your head like that and iron your hair. With
Sometimes I
full
try
on
and iron my t-shirt when I have it on, but that's,
well, sometimes
that's as far as I get.
But look, do you not remember kind of your confirmation? I was ironing my hair and like the towel came to here. Look, there's a scar. Can you zoom in on camera to see my scar?
Your veins are so blue.
So's your eyes. And I ironed my arm and it was like,
You are great. Burton.
That's
You've
me,
been watching Aim Hunters.
Same Predators. Yeah, it was out in a big bubble, and then remember me Uncle Martin took us swimming in the
I love the brushing glasses up your head. Your glasses are down there.
Do you know why? Because they keep sticking to my eyelashes. If you
Last week it was your eyebrows. This week it's your eyelashes. What's it next week?
It's your fucking head. Anybody in this park wants to start me?
Somebody sent in this. What? It isn't actually a fucking question.
What?
I can't get it. Oh,
yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's a photo of you.
Who?
I don't know if I can see it.
Let me see.
you when you work this.
That doesn't bother me. I put that on my TikTok. It's not me and my Bob. I was a man at all the age of me. That's a sin. That is a sin.
That's Sarah for lovely Bob. Yeah, so this is actually a good wee question from. It's actually about like different topics. It's not like banters and stuff. It's like what are you most proud of about yourself? We Freddie from TikTok asked that.
About myself?
Yeah. So what are you most proud of?
Obviously my kids.
I
That's my slappers.
thought this is your tears.
It's obviously my children.
No, obviously my kids. Like,
Yeah.
having kids at a young age, you were like, I can remember mummy and all going to me, I was only 18, she was like, what you done? Like, I got you, your life's ruined and blah, blah, blah. And obviously she wanted the best for me. She wanted me to go, like, to uni. She maybe wanted me to travel. She wanted me to enjoy my life, and they're saying that to me. And I was just like, my life's ruined. But it made me who I was. And I always say to people as well, like, I'm so glad now I had them when I was younger. Like, I'm 34 with a 15-year-old and an 11-year-old, and they're basically bird. We grew up together, do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's what I probably would be proud of. Even though I still live my life, and there's some things that I've done in my life, like I'd be like, maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I'm proud of how my kids turned out and how I brought them up.
Yeah. No, that's actually true.
Have you got a tissue?
What
do you can't follow?
We all just start crying.
Take your tops off and hug. That's another one of them things.
We all spend a much in a day. I don't really know what I would be like proud of. I think like it's nothing like an achievement. It's more like the way you were saying earlier on, like how shy I was and anxious, and like the more I think back to it, I remember like I was talking to her before, and I was like, see if I could actually see my, and this is so cringy and like so
See
cheesy,
yourself
like younger years, and be
Yeah.
like even like the gym, I was so skinny, and I'm not saying like I'm not like built or anything now, but if I could see
You're
my,
massive compared to how you were then.
I know, well I know I'm massive, but like I'm not. I was because I was that underweight, but I think if I could see myself,
Your first day at the gym.
yeah, or even like when I was like 18 and like or 19, and 19 was probably like one of the weirdest years I had. But if I could see myself then and see like what I'm like now, and not that I say like, oh, I love my life now and I don't feel like shit sometimes, because everybody feels like shit.
Listen, the millionaires still
But
feel like shit.
I think that's what gets me way up more, like me like. But look, if you looked at yourself, if I looked at myself when I was younger, would me younger be like, oh my god, I can't wait to be him?
Yeah.
Do you
Like,
know what I mean? And that's so, it sounds so like fairy
But
tale.
it's
fucking
so
thing.
true as well. Like, I can remember I used to say to Clayton, remember when Clayton only had her wee tiny shop?
Yep.
And she started from like in her mummy's bedroom, then to the shed, and then she had that wee tiny shop. And we were in a party one time, and I says to her, like, and I wasn't even, Clayton was always your friend, and now we were really close, and I wasn't even that close to her then as I would be now, where I would tell her this kind of type of thing. But I was like, see, if I told your story to you about someone else, would you not say that's class? And she went, but I don't think of it like that. And I went, but me looking at you, I'm like, it's actually class how far you've came. And then look at her, like her now, obviously she's done even better. But I think when you look back to how you were and how far you've came, you might think, oh, I would love to have this and I would love to have that, but you've a lot more than other people.
I think people as well, like, always think, like, when you hear a question like that, you need to think of, like, your achievements. It's like, what have you achieved? But everybody's, like, this just sounds so podcasty again, but everybody has achieved things, like, that doesn't necessarily mean job, doesn't mean more money, doesn't mean
some people
fucking
like
degree,
have
doesn't mean
achieved even getting over like a real
what?
bad mental state.
We were talking
That's
about
an
we were
achievement.
talking about a girl today, and I actually said to you, I'm not saying her name or anything, but I actually said to you, that's class. Like, I think that's so good with like what she's like now, because I only ever have known her or heard about her from like being like a header basically like that. But like, it's mad, like, obviously she's turned her whole life around. And I'm like, that's an achievement.
That's a like, you could have all the money in the world.
Oh, what?
But see, that to me, that's a really big achievement.
Like, if somebody said to you, like, what would you want in the world? See, if someone says you can win the prize, Gary, you could be happy. What are you going to pick? You're going to be picked.
But
to be
that's
happy.
like, I always say to people too, like, you know, when you do,
What are you
like,
laughing at?
when you
Can I
do
win, please?
11/11 make a wish.
Yeah.
I always wish for eternal. It's not going to come true now because I've told it.
I know,
but I
I
always
like
wish for eternal happiness, because when you have eternal, like when you're happy, you have everything.
Yeah.
Like, you have your health, and you have, and it doesn't matter. Like, I could have nothing but still be happy, but then I could have millions and be
But
happy.
I always
would
think-
prefer millions, prize guy. Can you pick me next?
But I always think as well, I've had this like thought before, like, sometimes when you get things too easy, you don't appreciate them more. So I actually like.
Do you not
just feel
remember
like-
me and you? We were on the phone, and this is like when I worked in the body shop, and we were saying about when you work for something. I can remember this phone call. I can remember being in my bathroom, and we were saying, I think you'd only started working in August. So obviously before it, you just had like your EMA.
No, I fucking had loads of jobs, sir. Remember, I had worked in John Henry's and worked in Argus.
No, before
Oh, no,
Argus.
yeah.
And so it was like when you started getting a wage, and obviously at the time it wasn't a big wage, but we were like, how much more you appreciate things when you work for the money.
know.
So you're going to yourself, right? I've just bought a new top for 40 quid, right? And when you're working on minimum wage,
I
you're
deserve
like,
it.
ah, took me like 4 hours work.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So
I know.
more of 4 hours of work.
Like it used to be. I remember like Mummy saying something, and she was saying, I think it was about Leo.
What was
like,
Mummy
Leo,
saying?
about Leo being out or something, and hopefully she doesn't kill me for saying this. But like Leo being out, and he went out the weekend, and he spent this. I went, Ma, he works. He's worked hard for it all week. He can do what he wants with his money, and then. But it's not like saying like people who can't. But I just mean like, right, like. You need to learn how to cope with your money. You need to learn what to do. Like when I was 21, I didn't have a full-time job. I wasn't
Leo
making
used to have to send his wages to me every month, and I divided it into 4 and sent them weekly because he wasn't used to it. Now that was only for a couple of months, and he does it himself.
Yeah.
But you see, when you're younger, it's just money, and you just want to spend it, and you want to spend it in good times. You don't want to pay bills.
I still get like that now. Those like,
So do I.
I can go be like, oh Jesus, I got.
What are you laughing at? These people don't pay my bills. They don't pay my money. I've got money, Zarin.
These people don't pay their bills, Paul.
Did you ever see the fella?
They're just sat there with a threatening bottle.
He couldn't fix the car, Neve.
Your husband hasn't any.
Yeah, 10 years ago, she was in a car accident.
Yes, cruising them.
How dare you call my wife a stupid bitch?
How about mom, Paul? I love that.
You started this in Tesco's.
Look at you. You work the next division.
Look at you, you're stinking.
Where did you learn your trade? All the mechanics know about you.
All the mechanics in town. What did they say about him?
That's my daughter's car. She nearly died in a car accident.
But anyways, we obviously like that.
We love that
It's
video.
did you ever see the other one and goes, what is it? Oh, Rebecca Boland tags me in it all the time.
What?
And he's doing the dance with his shoes, and he's like, "They're my shoes," and then he goes, "Happy Mother's Day." What's your thing? He says in it.
No, that.
No, I know that bit. What's your bit? He says in it.
No, that's what made me.
I ain't gonna remember this, and I go home. That's
But
what I tell
is
me.
it American or are they from here?
They're from fucking. She's from down the road. No, I know what it is.
No,
and
it's like,
that's-
did you drink 24 of my Carlsberg beers? No, I didn't, Dad. Is that thing off? You are drinking your life to fucking nothing. That's you.
Or I know what I love as well. I would like to tell Gemma that she is a fat cunt, and they were all maiden type shoes that should be put back on the rack.
Any holidays coming up?
Yes. So next holiday is Barcelona in June. Our cousin's getting married, so we're all going there. And then Madrid in September for Cleanest Hen.
I'm going to Tokyo.
I've already been on a flight every month this year.
Here, this is a good one. Actually, I'm really interrupting you for this. What was your first night out with each other? I don't know what the first night was, but I know when.
What, in Mandela Hall?
No, I was going. Oh fuck, we've losing nights out together. So
was our first one at Mandela Hall? Remember?
Oh, it probably was. Yeah, it was. And
Mandela Hall,
I was
John-
wearing. Remember, everybody back in the day was wearing like a Rihanna t-shirt with like. It was a Rihanna, that video like with red
You were wearing
hair.
blue chinos.
But I wanted to be so original, and there's me walking about with Jessie J wearing blue chinos. I was like,
Connor.
spot the gay lord.
I was wearing, right?
My friendship split.
See, like back in the day, the way I don't go out in a pair of heels now unless it's a christening or a wedding, right? Or like the all-week time you want to get dolled up, stick a pair of heels on. But no one went out in flat shoes, and I went to Mandela Hall in a black boob tube with this like corally coloured like skirt that was short here but then went long at the bottom, and a pair of heels, and I remember getting them out of River Island and I loved them, and they had black with a big white wedge, and they had coral right round
You're kind of like I'm Granny Jean.
the heel bit, and I wore that to Mandela Hall. That was that was a bad one.
I remember that. Know what I'm thinking of? So I've never been through out of anywhere in my life. Well, I've been through out of one place actually, but it wasn't my fault. But well, leading into this story, Sarah got me through out of Mono before when I was like,
I didn't get you free out.
you did, Sarah.
You got yourself free out.
But I got through. So this girl was in Mono, right? She had like this pink handbag, and she was she was really drunk, and we knew her. It was only me and Sarah, and Lisa Licious was playing. Don't know why looks of the stories about Lisa Licious this time. don't even like her.
Lisa,
And we're doing that. But we went to Lisa Lashes. It's before we were going to the thing, Ibiza, and I literally had her pink handbag over my shoulder.
No, it was a crossover body one.
Yeah, but I had it like over my shoulder, like there, and I was holding your drink. You went, hold my drink a second, because you went over, because somebody that was hitting her. But I didn't know. I was standing there like that with a pink handbag, like something out of Finding Nemo, and literally look over, and the wee lad has your head there, no? So like I ran
He was hitting her, but so I
ran over with like the two glasses, and like jumped on his back like a wee kid, and all of a sudden.
No, it wasn't even by the neck. They got your arms up the back, yeah.
Aye.
And fucked you.
But with the pink handbag?
Yeah.
So see when they threw me out in the street in front of the police station, pink handbag everywhere. So what I had to do, because it wasn't my handbag, I said pick it up with it. So I was going, we don't even want to go and shit anyway.
We don't even want to go back in. It's shit anyway.
I lifted up the wee girl's lip gloss and put it in the pink handbag. I think it's crap. That was your fault. I was really trying to stick up for you.
I was sticking up for the girl that was getting hit by the fella.
You were like, oh, Connor, son, stop it. You're embarrassing yourself. put your handbag away.
See, anytime I'm actually on a night out and I end up in a fight, it's me probably backing someone else up.
I know.
They got him in Dream Apartments. And she called us scumbag. She called everybody scumbags. We're not going to the app, but she.
No, I was like, I wasn't even at that party.
She was about seven. She was about 7 foot.
I was
and,
like, why did you let her do that? And they were all like, everyone was like, no, the girl deserved it.
She did deserve it. She was a slobber all night. Actually, the first time where I realised she was a slobber, I was in the bedroom. We were all like in the bedroom, and I heard Aoife shouting. I heard her voice going dead high pitched, and I run out, and Aoife didn't even hit her. And that's saying something. So she got through out of the party anyway. But it was in Dream Apartments, so you had to go downstairs for a smoke. And me and Nal were getting out of the lift. And when we walked out, I says to her, she was like, and I'll slap them. And I got out like Conor McGregor and was like, you'll do what? You'll do nothing. Right? So
You'll do nothing.
You'll do nothing. Me and Nal's out having a smoke. You'll do nothing. And our friend came out and was like, I'm sorry, and all. And I was like, you don't need, like, you were grand, it's fine, blah blah blah. So then more people come down for a smoke, and we were all starting now. Like, we were in a party with very respectable people, like professional scumbags, and they all had good jobs, like doctors and blah blah blah. So their taxi pulls up, and she walks out, and she goes, in her big polite voice, don't be apologising to those scumbags. And I don't know what came over me, but I flicked my fag and I run. She's about 7 foot, and I jumped up and trailed her by the hair and fucked her on the ground.
Sir, like,
but I went hard.
She's like a funky monkey.
Jumped clean up, trailed her down, and Snarshin was going, no. Me and Nell Lucy run back into the lift. He was like to me, come on, we get back into the lift, because the security man.
And you were like, I'm top scumbag.
No, I wasn't even. So the security man was like, right, leave it at that. And me and Lucy get back into the lift, and then I get back in. And I went, no, I don't know what came over me. And he went, Sarah, no way, he's so dramatic. He was like, that was really bad. And I was like, fuck her, cheeky bastard. I said, Sarah, I'm the biggest scumbag in the party, so I will hit her.
Sarah's sitting there like, I done that for the GPs. All the GPs in there, I done that.
See all your degrees.
See your NHS? She sorted it out for all that doctors who are in
NHS
bodies.
went to shit when I started beating people that called you scumbags. But I swear. But that's what I mean. Like, it was because it didn't call me a scumbag. I don't care.
I was the big keeping that story in because and I'm like, is this getting cap in the book?
Listen, I'm outing myself on things because do you know what? Nobody's perfect. See, I have videos on my phone, like, and the doctors in that party may be able to look after people in the surgery when they're sober. But they weren't looking after anybody at night. Couldn't look after themselves. So I was looking after them. And so
Sarah was like, you got me an appointment. Hang on, look at you.
You give me antibiotic. I kick her content. We're a team.
Where's your prescription, love? Out and fight.
Where's your black eye? I'll give you a prescription for.
Where's your teeth?
I give you a prescription for yellows. You give me a fucking handful of her hair. What do you get for your fucking teeth? What do you get for
where I was? See, when all this was going on, where was I? Work.
Do you remember ringing? You were going, what did you do?
I was going mad. I was going, why did you let her? Because I was at the party before and I left.
Because you had to go to work?
We were at a rave and then we went to the party. I worked in Argus. And I left at like 6 in the morning. I was like, I don't want to go there. Like, ring in sick. So always like, I'm going to ring in sick. I'm like, don't even start this again this week, Connor, because you're not going to do it. Went to work. And I remember them ringing me when I got to work and said that it happened. And like the next morning before I was going to work, I was like, "Why did you let her do it?" And they're like, "No, she deserved it."
She
And I was
did.
like,
She really did. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, Aoife was already slobbering to her and she got away with it. The people who rented the apartments were like, wanted her to leave.
I'm like the least
and she
like-
kept pushing it. And there's only so much you can push
But
a fucking
I'm like one of them
sandwich
ones.
maker where you get spooned.
But I am one of them ones. I'm always like, it's a last resort. Like, I think about it, I'm like, no, this isn't happening, blah, blah,
Like,
blah.
I try and talk my way. Now, it's different when it comes to like my brothers and my sister. Like, it's different. Like I'm a niece obs, but see, when like it's myself, I'm like, I'll try and like talk my way out of it. But like,
still laughing, you give me antibiotic, I give you
but honestly, like I will actually try and avoid a fight.
Will you?
I do.
Her bobble around the arm, no?
Like, you see, honestly, if that security man in our shouldn't have been our squealing don't, I think she'd have. She had
Right,
what I
sorry,
have.
right, we're going to go on to the next question.
Next question, please. Next.
What, this is from our mate Lorna.
Lorna McDade.
Yeah, she says, the worst Christmas gift someone's got you. Fuck, I actually don't know.
I can remember. Like, it's not the worst one, it's the most offensive one. So, years and years ago, and I was going with someone, and before I had my kids, I was like a size 4, size 6, believe it or not. And she bought me a pair of pajamas, and I do like my pajamas bigger, but she bought me a pair of pajamas, size 12 to 14, and I was horrified, offended, and taken back. I was
Did
like,
you take him back?
no, because she took a tag off because she didn't want to tell me the price. And I was like, you wouldn't even wear them yourself.
She must have got them as a given to you.
Exactly. It's a reuse present. I know it
Rebrand.
was.
I don't think I have
And
a
I
worst.
can remember going and buying her something decent, like.
I don't think I've got like a bad gift. I did get a gift that like was like wasn't for me, it was for somebody else.
What do you mean?
Like someone buys you like a weekend away, but you don't have a say in it.
Oh.
Can we go to this? No, this is not what I have planned. I'm like,
Yeah, I know what you mean. I actually got a present. I got a holiday booked for me for a birthday that I had to pay the deposit for. That we didn't go on. That I never got the deposit. Like, so obviously I didn't get my deposit back. And I remember being all delighted, being like, "Oh my god, I got this for my birthday."
We're going to Disneyland.
And then we're going to Carlingford.
And you're celebrating it with your brother.
Yeah, so we were supposed to go to Vegas and I ended up in Carlingford. But anyway.
somebody actually wrote, this isn't a good one. It was Lorna actually again. What you used to do if you only had 24 hours to live? I would actually have died 5 hours before. In the knowing I only need 24 hours to live because the anxiety would get that bad. What would I do? I'd run about here going, we're going to die 24 hours.
There's a couple of people's doors I'd be at, let me tell you that. No, they're actually would. I'd be like,
Would they?
yeah.
Do you want
Right.
to tell me us out there? Who's?
Can't tell you. Because then they'll put the ring door camera in if they think I'm coming to the door. No, there's a couple of people I would be like, see fucking you.
Rocky, what are you drinking? Them
No, I
dead
don't.
fingers are...
24 hours to live. See, in all honesty, and
I couldn't cope.
as gay as this might sound, if I had only 24 hours to live, I think I would just like to spend it with my family, like together. And like, it hurt me to say it,
I could be sick.
but I think I would.
Mine's is a bit more nuts.
I think we'd all take our tops off and hug. You know?
I'd be like, everybody down to my apartment now, we're going to have a party. Just get really, really fucked.
No, I don't think I'd do that because, like, well, maybe because you don't have kids. 24 hours to live, and I'm going to go party with my mates and not spend it with my kids.
You can bring him as well. Give him some.
Sure, here, I won't even have to worry about social services coming to the door because I won't be here.
Here, take a drink. It's going to be your last.
Oh, here I probably would. No, would that be here? 24 hours to live, I'd probably let Billy have a couple of weeks later.
I'd be giving everybody he wants a drink.
And I don't know. It's a hard one because
It's a
what
hard
would you
one.
do?
We're making fun of it, and there's the Banter Box. Everything's like, I don't know what I would do. I genuinely think things...
That's what I'm saying. Like, I actually probably would just spend it with my kids and my family. Like, if you're only 24
I
hours.
don't think I could deal with it. I don't think I could deal with the stress. I would actually need to get drunk or like go like and get blocked and like everybody get like...
I'd probably just
like-
cover all the cameras and hate my phone though, so I didn't know how many hours.
Like,
it
I'm
was.
not even joking, right? This is really bad and I would never do this, and this is it's going to sound so bad because I'm saying it in a podcast, but that was the only time in my life I would ever... I'm like, I need to take it. Like, I'm like, this is it. It's probably the best time
May
of
as
your
well
life. Just
try
have
it.
no idea what's going
Because
on.
you're not going to end up with
Because you know what's in the anxieties of it? Like, and I'm not saying that ever, but this is like I'm like, I'd be like, this is what we need to do because if it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I hate.
Oh, but they were sharing this of everybody. Hold on, we're bringing everybody else with us. It's only us.
It's you and your own. It's just you, Dan.
Oh well, wouldn't do that. Fuck, that changes the
That's what I
narrative.
mean. So it's
Imagine me
it's
sitting in the
not-
hospital bed.
No,
Bring it up.
if we were all going to die, we would go buck mad together. But if I'm going to die and I'm leaving my kids and my family, I'm spending.
Right,
it
I'm
with
thinking.
them.
I'm thinking the apocalypse.
You're thinking the world's ending.
Yeah.
Oh, the world's ending. We're going buck mad. Anyone can do what they want.
Because I've just made myself out to be
No,
like a scared
if
kid.
you only have 24 hours to live,
Right.
I'm going to tell my kids how much I love them, even when they are being.
The most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you? Can you think?
The most embarrassing. See, to be honest with you, and there's probably been other embarrassing things. This the first one that comes to mind was years and years ago. We used to run about the Banter Box, and I was a tomboy, and I got debagged, and I was wearing full briefs.
Were you wearing boxers?
No, like full briefs is in full knickers, not a thong. Like, and I was
Why,
like,
folks?
like a pair of knickers, like a chain would wear. Because I was young.
What age you, 24?
No, Connor was about 14, and I got debagged round the fuck bottom.
Debagged?
pond.
You said it
Even
like-
the swans and all were laughing at me. Swear. And I went over to mummy. I run over, crying my eyes out. And
I have been debagged.
I was just like, run. But see, for
But you weren't Adidas tracksuit bottoms.
of course, I was with the navy ones with the baby blue stripe, and I
You weren't a
remember
monkey hat if you were two pigtails.
I was. See, for months.
It was me.
Phantom debagger. For months and months after, I used to tie my tracksuit bottoms that tight. I used to give myself bruises on my hips. I swear. I was horrified.
So we also have a question. When is she joining Thrive? From Thrive, Belfast. Jordan.
From our Geordie Mac.
Yeah, Jordan. I always say Jordy Mac, but
That's
isn't
where
it-
I got it from, was you.
Me, I always say Jordy Mac. I've never said it to his face, but I just always say Jordy Mac, and then I'm like, his surname is Mealy, so it's not Mac.
No, honestly, I cannot wait. I actually sometimes be like, do you know what, Jordan? It's your fault, I miss this. And I know you're going to watch this. But no, I will be at Thrive very soon in the next week or two. And see, when I joined, do you remember like when you only started and every new member, they get like a wee post. And I says, am I going to get one like that? And you says, you're going to get a whole video? I'll be waiting.
This is a funny one. Is Cleaning the funniest person you know? Because I think she is.
Who obviously cleaning with that.
But see, I why I'm reading this out because do you ever have that mate that you can just laugh at about things that aren't funny,
It's not even a funny thing. It's just
but you just make it funny?
like Cleana is the biggest mixer in the world,
Aye.
but not on purpose. Cleana will get two stories and mix them together and literally make people believe that it's the same story.
Yeah.
But she actually thinks this in her brain. Or, for an example, so there was this thing that I had told Cleana about, right? And I only told her about it. She'd never seen it. And she convinced me that she'd seen it. And I says, Cleana, you couldn't have. Because I've never had it to show you. And she's like, no, I did. And she explained it to me. And I went, yeah, because that's what I told you. But she actually convinced herself she's seen this. And I went, but it's not, she doesn't do it on purpose.
But see, me and her were like just never see that mate though, like he can just laugh at, like anything that's not funny and just hysterically laugh. We made people paranoid in the cafe before because we laughed about something that isn't funny, but now we said to each other all the time. So I were explaining there was a car came, she drives this fucking class Merc, like unreal Merc, and I was like, I really want a new car on. And then when we were sitting there, Merc just drove past. Now I'm gonna pull up to your. Once I pulled up to your house in that car, so I got the King car. Once I pulled up to your house and said I got the same car, she went, I just say I cracker kind of.
She should tag me.
So see now, we just laughed like fuck because in my head I'm on to me outside the door and she cracker Connor, closing the door. So we laugh like fuck, like, and then people in the cafe were looking at us and we were like, we need to stop laughing.
She tagged me in. She always like sends me like wee TikToks. It used to be ones about like my choice of men was so ridiculous, and I used to be like, I feel like you're victimizing me. But she actually sent me one, and it was like about like when your friend pulls up in a car, that when you open the door, like you open her door and the big Merc sign comes on the ground, and like you've made it, and I just wrote back and I was like, yeah, I've made it because you have, chick.
But never see like that friend, like you're like, in your head you're like, see if people get into our group chats, we're going to jail.
No, bad, really bad.
Like I'm like, see if anybody's seen like me and her group chat.
Like I'm not even really. I can't
Not even group
use
chat. I mean the chat between us.
Yeah.
Like we're like it's savage. It's Belfast dark humor. So this is like another thing, but it comes like everybody on like TikTok could be like, oh, you can't say it, you can't say it. I'm like, you definitely sit in your house and say worse.
But because it's on TikTok, like I have like I'm not a hateful person, but my humour is sick at times.
Yeah.
And I know you can't say that on TikTok because people be like, oh my God, you just said this, you just said that. But you definitely say it yourself.
I know.
It's just because it's for people to screen
Oh,
record.
yeah.
And that's
And
that's
people get heated in an argument, they definitely say worse.
I know.
They take it, like, different, like, if you've done
But that's what I'm saying. It's about the
tone.
context.
Yes.
The context and
Yep.
how you say it.
Yep.
Like, and the tone you say it in. Do you know what
Yep.
I mean? Like, it's completely different. And like, I understand words can be so offensive to people.
Yeah.
And a word that hurts someone else will not hurt me. But it depends how you mean it.
I was saying, somebody said not everybody's as strong-minded, right? Basically, and I meant,
And the arm.
well, I get that. We've been on TikTok enough to be strong-minded, but everybody can deal with it. Where I think if I had got trolls coming into like maybe my YouTube account, I would have been like a bit more like, oh, like, but it would have hit differently because it never got that before. Ooh, piece of candy. I don't know. I can hear it. I'll hear it tomorrow.
Oh, right.
So I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna do another question.
Knock, 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 last card.
Not gonna ask hard. There is a lot of questions though. There's so many. And
Trains people horn.
yeah.
Or your train outside, Leo. Last one.
So we'll wrap it up here and we'll go into our last question. There is a lot of questions we could ask, but we're fucking
I've got enough time. I have to go home to the children.
running out of time here. So what we were going to ask there was, who do you? This is a good one though. We're good end there. I think. Who do you see being on the podcast, or who do you want to be on the podcast? Who would you like to see on this podcast? Because obviously every week,
Realistically.
not you.
No, I mean realistically, like actually, there's not.
So
there's
like yeah, like we'll do two then. So like, who would you love to get this reach out and potentially get to, and who do you want to see on it soon? That's what I
Ooh.
interpreted someone else's question. I think it was Lorraine asked that.
to get to. Do you know who actually I think would be good on it? Paddy Barnes.
He would.
Like, cause we grew up with Paddy, so we know what he's like, and we would get his banter.
Yeah.
He's funny.
We could actually be.
He's
he would be good.
professional. Do you want me
Yeah.
to text him?
Yeah, it's Paddy Barnes. Come
I'm
on.
gonna text him because he always replies to videos a
I
lot.
know.
I remember Lally. I was like, Lally, like he laughs at your videos.
We'll
and
talk
all.
about
She
stuff
was
about our street and stuff.
starstruck.
Yeah.
There would be loads of stories of him. He actually would be good on it.
Who would you like to be like the aim?
The aim.
Like if you see it in like a year, if it reached a year's time, who would you like to be on it?
Nicki Minaj.
Sure Lloyd by Sure Lloyd.
Michelle McManus. All this time. Who would you like on it?
I don't know. Well, like I have people lined up, so obviously every week, like the way we're going to do this is Sarah's going to be on it like 1 week, so Sarah's on it this week. Our next
Sarah
guest,
has no say in the matter.
yeah, Sarah's been told. So next week it's going to be a guest. Our guest next week is a friend of mine who owns a business, good crack, loves a shindig, really
Done very
successful,
well. Yeah.
doing really well in a space of a year, and social media really.
And
is.
you've been there from the start as well.
I've
from
been
it.
there,
Done a
yeah.
lot of work for them and all too.
Done a lot of work for them, still doing work for them at the minute, and also been in mob parties
And
with
he's
them.
also my bastard.
Mad bastard, yes. But then obviously then our second guest is a big like TikTok sort of social media like sensation, and also has made that from being basically
Really
a
a
mob
mad
bastard.
bastard,
Mob
yeah.
bastard. So I just like love that vibe. But like I think like in a way like it's hard now for me to say who I would love to be on it in a year's time, because I'm too
You
anxious.
obviously started it off as well with the Banter Box, right?
Yep.
And there's always going to be laughs on it because, not to blow your trumpet, but you are a funny person. So no matter who you get on, you're going to have a laugh with them also. But there is going to be people you go on when it's not going to be all.
Yeah.
It's not going to be all gigs. It's going to be more.
I think if there's anybody, I get very nervous when I do these. So if it was somebody that was high profile or bigger, and I didn't feel like I could banter back with them, I would sit there silent.
or like you didn't get their, like they might be funny,
Yeah.
but you didn't get their banter and
I-
they didn't get yours.
It's people I think I could have a conversation with. Maybe in like 6 months' time, I'm like, fuck, I could talk to anybody now, but anybody I want on.
But it is only the start as well. Like, this is the second podcast. The first one was to break the ice for me, and then you're still a wee bit nervous, and then you went, we'll do another one
Yeah.
before I get anybody else in.
Yeah.
So you are going to build your confidence in doing it,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be as hard to like interview random
know.
people.
because obviously us
But at this point, you need people that you can bounce off.
that's
Yeah.
it, and have stories with, and they can know like the next guest, which is good. I can talk away to him, but I also needs questions because I want it to be relevant to people who are
The
watching now.
questions though, like, because obviously we sit and talk to each other fucking every day and we've a lot to talk about and we've a lot of memories and stuff like that. But when you're sitting here, because like normally when we sit here we might look at our phone for a minute.
Yeah, and then
but
you go
like
back and-
you feel like when you're
Yeah.
here you need to just constantly talk. So the questions keep it flowing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the questions are a good thing.
Good thing.
And there was a lot of them this week.
I know it was a lot, and we obviously couldn't get through them all.
But are you going to tell the people before so they can ask the question? Because, right, so I know who your next guest is, right?
Yeah.
But if I didn't know who it is,
Yeah, well, we're gonna do
I
that.
can't ask. So people are going, ask Sarah this and
Yeah.
like, or what things you
No,
two have
that'll
done
be
together.
later on. That'll be later today. But I'll hint that we're going to hint as well. Let everybody know a wee bit who the next guest is. So basically, yeah, we've had a good wee round there. I think there's a lot more of this one he's got it than any other.
Yeah,
'cause
there's a good bit.
we got a
We
bit
had a
too
couple-
confident this one. I mean,
couple wee piss breaks. 'Cause I was
but
drinking too
yes.
much.
So second, Connor, the Banter Box done and dusted. Next week we're gonna have. We're not shooting next week because I'm away, and we'll be shooting the 23rd. And the next guest is gonna be not the Tiger King, not the Smash King.
Yeah, Smash King.
So yes, he's gonna be on, and let me know in the comments who you think it might be.
Let me fucking know.
Let me know.
Let me know. Or Joel understand this one. Let me know.
Don't so obviously I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments. I'm really grateful for all the engagement so far, the comments, the likes, the shares, and also don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell before I
Turn
hit
on
her,
notifications.
or before she starts hitting our people outside Dream Apartments. So yes, I hope you all had a good one. Loved it. Bye.
Slán.